What's happening, y'all? It's been an interesting couple days. I'm back at it. Finally got myself together. Mentally recharged. Ooh, gotta work on that tummy, yo. Anyway, so there was a question asked, and I decided I'd make a video in response to it. Why do some people make good money with MSC and some don't? Well, it's quite simple, eh? It's a bloody contract, eh? Just about every job has a contract. You agree to certain terms, okay? That's even when you go to McDonald's. There's an agreement. McDonald's gonna say, hey, MSC gonna say, hey, XYZ, insert your name. I'm going to give you $15 an hour for 40 hours a week of your time. Okay. Um, Also, in this legal document that's in black and white, in return for, I forgot what did I say, $15 an hour for 40 hours. In return, you have to perform uh, cooking duties. You have to mop the floors. You need to be on time. You need to be sober. You need to be drug free. Mm, you need to agree to our union laws. You have to sign up to a union, right? You have to pay union dues. Like, these are all things that's in the contract. So basically, the contract could be like a list of things like this, and you only gonna get paid this. Yeah, yeah. That's why you read them contracts, man. Yep. So, um, I think it's other things too, but just to give you the the gist of things, right? Something simple, right? So now, shout out to Tony, um, doing the consultation. Um, Shout out Miss Gina, right? Miss Gina McCargo. Um, I have a few people I'm working with, but I like these two individuals. I've been talking to them. Um, they seem real ready to go, right? So me and Tony was chopping it up, and I'm making this video to kind of help him out, and I figured somebody else might be able to get some enlightenment on this too. So, um, the contracts. I am non-union. I'm with a private company, right? I'm not gonna say who because I don't want to advertise them. This is my platform. I'm not into advertising them. I'm into giving my people, Tony, Miss Gina, uh, Adrian, all y'all that's been working with me. Shout out to everybody that's been working with me. I appreciate, uh, the effort and time y'all been giving me. So I'm with a private company. I have grown to like the non-union side because in the non-union side, I can negotiate my contract. Right now, what does that look like? With the non-union, I can go into these places and I look at the contract, I look at the agreement, and I decide if I want to take the job or not. Um, this is a thought that a lot of people don't really take into thought. Um, my parents raised me. Shout out to my mama and my stepdad, Mr. Young, Griffin Young, Vivian. So I'm son of Vivian. Um, they taught me to negotiate, right? You guys should really look at some YouTube videos on how to negotiate a contract, right? I like going into these companies and talking to them because I know me. I know Adrian. I know that Adrian is a good quality. I'm a brand, right? Try to break it down into the new form, new terminology. I'm a brand, so I know what I bring. I know what the brand brings. I know me as a person. I'm gonna show up on time. I'm skilled. I'm educated. I'm well read. I give a fuck. Okay, that's a lot to offer a job. So when I go in there, if they want to lowball me, the first thing I'm gonna do is hey, this I'm gonna jack up my price, right? Because they lowballing, right? So this the company. They lowballing. I'm gonna jack the price up. I'm gonna make them come up. They ain't gonna come all the way up here, but what they gonna do is they gonna come up from that low ball, boom, and I'll come down here, boom, and they'll come up here, boom, 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 boom. We'll meet in the middle, right? Now, in some cases, I might not get the money like the actual dinero, but I will be able to get, something in return, right? This motherfucker coming, man. God damn. Man, I don't like coming in this room because it echoes. I don't got no inside voice. So anyway, uh, I want to negotiate because I might be able to get something in return. I might not be able to get the money, but I might be able to negotiate my time off. I might be able to get something. I got a lot of, I have a lot of different ways of negotiating and getting things done, right? So that's what I like about being non-union. Now, the union, I like the union. I like the jobs in the union. I don't really care for the union itself. I love the ships. I love working on big ships. I love the traveling. Um, I love the opportunities they offer, right? And I would say you can bounce between union and non-union, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you do it, the only way I would recommend it if you're skilled. If you're skilled in negotiating and handle your business. If you can handle your business, yeah, do it. But if you don't know what you're doing, nah, don't do that. You know what I mean? Because like that's a big boy. That's big boy league. And the game is changing. There's so many different people coming into the industry right now that the unions are picking up on the non-unions people, the people that go to Blue Water, right? So they kind of giving them a little a hard time. So you have to play that a little different, but stay on topic. Um, I like those things. What I don't like about the union, I can't negotiate my pay. I don't like that. I don't like it. So basically, so for Tony asking that question, like that's the thing about the difference between union and non-union. Uh, when you're in the union, you basically in like it's solidarity, right? When one move, y'all all move. One strike, y'all all strike. That's ideal now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I'm saying is the union, y'all vote on raises, right? Y'all vote on contracts. The union set things up. They say, okay, they gonna go to the company, not you, right? But they gonna go to the company, the patrolmen and the people that be, and they gonna sit down with Maersk and these big companies, and they gonna say, hey, all right, so AB's gonna get paid X amount of dollars for the next 5 years. When the 5 years end up, we're gonna come back to the negotiating table and negotiate. Or they might say, hey, in 5 years we want y'all to bump the pay up to $2, right? Or $40, $50, whatever it be, right? XYZ. And that company agrees to that. Now, in the 5 years, the economy could change, things could change. You stuck with that pay till then, and it is pretty much the same with non-union, right? The difference is, like in 5 years, I don't have to wait 5 years. Once I come in the door and I kick ass, I learn a new skill, I learn a new trade. The company like me, right? They like you, they like me. in that 6 months to a year, I can say, hey, how about $2? How about $2 raise? Hey, based on my evaluation, I be kicking ass out here. How about a $20 raise? I can do that. Can't do that in the union. Okay. I like the vacation checks. I like the part where like you can apply for unemployment. So that way, you ain't really spending the money that you ran up. You ran up that bag. You get your unemployment check. And side note, man, to me, once you with that union, shit out here. Period. Once you run up that bag, if you don't know how to spend your money, man, dog, that shit don't matter, man. I went back and forth with so many people about this topic. But it really, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying that financial literacy is what matters. Like, it don't matter. You could be a millionaire. You don't know what to do with that money, you gonna fuck it up. So, I'm all off topic. Hey, y'all stay with me. So, yeah, I like the part you run your bag up. You get unemployment, you get a vacation check, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? You up big. I like that, right? The difference in pay a union and non-union is not really much of a difference. It's just kind of like, you get it front end or the back end. But it's pretty much the same pay. For yearly, right? Ain't much of a pay, but the difference may be between $5,000 to $10,000. And I'm here to tell you, like, that sound like a lot, but in a year now, it's not really much of a big difference, economy wise, all right, not money wise, not monetarily, but in the economy that we in, it's not really much of a big difference. I'm telling you facts, right? Because it goes back to financial literacy. So, like, let's say I'm an AB non-union. I make $75,000 a year, right? And you in the union, you make $85,000, right? If I take my $75,000, I go invest in something, right? Or I buy a business, or I find a way to keep money coming in, I can catch you. I can catch you in this economy, right? Based off that move I made, off of an investment. So let's give an example. Like I said, I make $75,000 a year. I take $10,000 and I go invest in something. And that $10,000 the next year or that same year, I make $20,000 off it. I caught you. I put, you know what I'm saying? Now we even. But you by the numbers, you made $85,000. You ain't make no investment. You just spending. So at the end of the year, you done spent your $85,000. I spent my $75,000, but I invested 10, which is 65, and now that $10,000 investment brought me $25,000. So at the end of the year, I paid my bill. When I said I spent the $65,000, I paid my light bill, my the essential bills, which dropped me down. And at the end of the year, I still got that $25,000 because the business is generating money, right? Money is moving, it's circulating. It's not just going out; it's circulating. That 20, I hope that makes sense, man. But yeah, man, y'all got some questions, man. I think I went through everything, man. Again, shout out to everybody that's been watching the video. I really appreciate. I appreciate y'all support. I appreciate, and I hear y'all, and I'm listening when y'all say y'all been watching the videos and stuff. I appreciate y'all, cause it ain't no price on time, so I appreciate y'all taking 15 minutes out of your day and spending it with me and my knowledge and information. And I really appreciate that. Shit mean a lot to me, man. Maritime business, get your mind right, sailor. Over and out, man.